this person you may or may not be allowing back into your life, they have not even apologized to you yet. I don't know who this message is for. It feels quite urgent, honestly. But there is someone that is about to come back into your life or is in your life now. Maybe not in your life right now. You may have cut them off not too long ago, perhaps. But someone did something. They have not apologized and they're about to approach you again and act as if nothing happened. Act as if what they didn't have any type of significance or there was no cost to it. So this is not this is not your ego being like, I need an apology because, for whatever reason, to appease my ego. No, this is not your sister going into your closet and borrowing a shirt without telling you and you're like, you need to apologize. No, this is legitimately someone, they owe you an apology. And I feel like they could even owe you more than that, but what you really are just wanting is an apology. That could be the thing that you may just be like, be honest with me, apologize. Or maybe you're not even seeking an apology. Maybe I don't know, you got wronged in some way is what it comes across as, because it's just this feeling of an individual coming back into your life. But to me as a reader, as the person channeling this energy, I feel like icky about it. I feel like I'm stopping this energy, like, hold up before you come in. Like, what? Like, no, you're missing a step. And the thing that's missing is that this person has not apologized to you. They haven't even acknowledged what they did to you. And what's crazy is that I have a neighbor right now. They keep knocking on the door. I don't know if they're having an issue right now. But they are not giving up on knocking on the door. So someone could be literally going to your house. They may be standing outside your house, knocking. And what's crazy is that this is a couple that they do tend to argue quite a bit. So maybe this is in relation to like a partner, but it could also be a sibling. Like, this could be familial. This could be friendship. Like, this is just an individual that wronged you very deeply. This is not a light situation. I think it's those instances where you're like, if you come and talk to me, if you're going to approach me, we're not getting past this. Like, this is not something that you can just get past. This requires a discussion. This requires this person to literally be honest and to confess, to apologize. Maybe they already confessed about something, or you found out something. I don't know what this is, but it genuinely feels like they are sprinting towards you. The Emperor. Am I taking reversals? Yeah. So the Emperor in reverse. You could be dealing with the masculine energy. Could be an Aries, doesn't have to be. But in reverse, this is someone that doesn't have any of their shit together. Nothing going for them. Literally, like, they don't make responsible decisions. This could be a selfish individual, very stubborn, very foot in their mouth, acts before they think, doesn't think about the consequences. For the collective here, what do they need to know? What do they need to know about this individual or about this situation going on for them? The Hanged Man. Okay. So, if you want a screenshot, Emperor in reverse, the Hanged Man. Okay, for some of you, there may be an apology, but it's not very sincere. I don't want this to come across as like, you collective, you know that you are not a greedy or egotist. I don't know, I don't know how to explain it. But you're not out here like, no, you need to apologize. No, you need to do this. No, you need to do that. No, you're not like demanding in that way. Your energy itself is more demanding rather than your voice, rather than you giving commands. But this feels like you put your foot down and you're like, unless this is a real, honest conversation and a real apology, that's it. That's fucking it. If you can't even acknowledge, if you can't even apologize for what you did, the actions that you took as an adult, you need to go. Or there needs to be some type of boundary set. Maybe you're not even cutting them off entirely, but okay, sorry, I'm getting off track. Back to what I was saying, where this person could be coming up to you and saying like, oh, I'm so sorry about that, yeah. And making excuses and genuinely not being fucking sorry, or not, you're gonna know, collective. I'm sorry it's not making sense, but you see things from a different angle now. Something was revealed to you that you were like, oh shit, sorry, I'm trying to grab a book right here. Something was revealed to you, or you discovered something that gave you clarity or gave you a different way of viewing a person or a situation. I knew there was a reason I grabbed this. There was a card in there. What else does the collective need to know? What did they do? What did this person do? Okay. So we have the Three of Swords in reverse, but with the After Tarot, I always read this specific card as healing. As the Three of Swords upright in this deck, I always read it as healing, because look at the swords. They're fallen. There's bandage here. So this to me always promotes a healing card. But in reverse for this one, this symbolizes to me heartbreak. This symbolizes to me that there's discord or discontent with a lot of tension with someone. A strain in a relationship. This is someone who maybe they're dealing with a lot of, if this is like a sibling or a friend, maybe they went through a breakup, but you yourself could also be going through a breakup. Doesn't have to be, but it just feels, or there was some type of loss or heartbreak. It's just a lot of negative energy around this person. No accountability, no responsibility, no. And it's like responsibility for self. No, I don't know. It's even me being in this energy, I'm like so discombobulated. Like I did smoke right before, but it wasn't that much. I'm not like fucking tripping or anything. Okay, so the Chariot, King of Swords, and Five of Swords in reverse. So we want that. Chariot, King of Swords. You may be an air sign, doesn't have to be. But this to me symbolizes that you're walking away from this type of conflict. See, this is someone that's proud of the vitriol that they spew, or the words that they speak, or having a sharp tongue. And giving very much like a shadow aspect. It's a uncontrolled aspect. It's all over the place. Because in my head, I'm seeing an image. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Arcane, but the character Jinx, there's a scene where she's fighting like enemies, but she also has some of her own crew with her, right? But she has a gun and she's like just shooting across the room, and she's in a state, not only has she lost control physically of her weapon, and she's shooting at everyone. She's shooting at her crew, she's shooting at the enemies, it's like all over the place. But she's unstable even mentally. Like, she has no control mentally, because there's a scene in the art depiction where you can see in her eyes like she's like frightened. So this is someone that could be very erratic or very uncontrollable, or not even controllable, because it's like, I don't see you're not even trying to control a person, but they themselves, they can't control their own emotions, they can't control their own, they don't have any type of hold or grip on their life. And not saying that we all do, because right, like anything can happen at any moment, but this person really is not, they don't even have their hands on the steering wheel. You know what I mean? Like they're asleep at the wheel, bitch. Like it's, and I feel like you can no longer make excuses for this person, or you can no longer adjust certain aspects of yourself or your life to accommodate this person. And like I said, this could be anyone. This could be a partner, a family member, friend. I don't know. You're in a season right now of movement, though. You're in a season of moving either away from something or moving towards something else. Like, I don't know, someone. You have a destination set. You're moving forward. And it's funny because a reading I did yesterday, we were talking about physical objects to channel your energy through, and this to me looks almost like a wand or something. I don't know. He's directing the two here, and in other art depictions, you know, they use like the straps can be attached to them, but this is more of like a trust. There's a direction here. There's nothing physically tying them to the person in the chariot, right? But they're still aligned in the direction. They're still aligned in the movement. It's coordinated. Like, you're very organized. You're very, even if you feel like you're a little bit chaotic, it's almost like organized chaos. There's something here where you have, you know, I feel like you, collective, you wouldn't say that you're in a bad spot. You know, like, you're not in a bad position right now. You are, that's not to say that you don't have challenges around you, you know, but you wouldn't, like, you wouldn't walk off the path. You're not willing to walk off the path that you're on right now to deal with whatever is going on with this person, this other energy, and the issues that they need to deal for themselves. Like, you're not about to just willingly sign up to carry on another person's problems or even their consequences for the actions that they're doing. This could be like someone that if this is like a sibling or something, like maybe you always bail them out, or you're always paying for them, or you're always doing something, and it's like, I'm hearing the hand that feeds. Will you bite the hand that feeds you? It's like someone, you were giving some type of help, or you were extending some type of invitation, or extending something to someone, and they really wronged you, or they betrayed you in some manner, or took advantage of you, took advantage of your generosity, took advantage and played you for a fool on top of that. This could have been someone that was being sneaky or trying to hide, if it's like money or something, trying to scam you out of money for something. I don't know, but it's like truly something that, you know, deserves acknowledgement and an apology in order for the relationship to move forward, if you even want to continue with this relationship. Because starting now, at this point, I feel you guys have set a hard boundary. You've decided, you've drawn a line in the sand and you've said, no. No, this is not what we're doing. We're not doing this. Like, are you kidding? Final advice here. Final advice. Two-faced. Look at someone two-faced could have been. Actually, let me read that real quick. Playing with your emotions is insincere. Someone not who you think. So yeah, this could have been someone that switched up on you. You may have found something out about someone. And look at, I split the deck to shuffle growth. Yeah, you're in a season right now of movement, of growth. You're not... If you have people trying to drag you down so that they can stay comfortable, no. Yeah. It's like if someone is telling you that it's almost, okay, you think you know the story, you're just a page in it. This is like someone thinking that they had you pegged for someone that was going to revolve your life around them. And when you put yourself first, when you started making decisions for yourself, for you personally, whatever was best for your life, for your health, for your wellness, whatever it was, to get you out of a toxic situation or a toxic environment or a toxic relationship, it's almost like they resent you for that, or they didn't think you could do it. They didn't think, maybe not even that you could do it. They just didn't even think that was a fucking possibility. Like, how, what? Collectives, they're not revolving their life around me. They're not saying yes to what I'm asking, to what I'm demanding, to what I'm expecting. They're focused on their own goals. They're choosing their peace. They're choosing their health. They're not going to tolerate my shit anymore. Yeah, they're not. Collective, you're not going to tolerate that anymore. It says you're being encouraged to develop a balance between independence and time of togetherness. This also indicates that you would greatly benefit from a profound journey of self-discovery. Learn to enjoy time spent with yourself. I mean, this really is just letting you know, if you were questioning whether or not the boundary you set in place was too much, it wasn't too much. If this person's making you feel crazy because it's like they're acting like, oh, nothing's happened or it wasn't that bad, and you're the crazy one for expecting an apology or for I'm just getting, it's like they could have really tried to brush this off at first as being like, oh, you're still on about that? Oh, it really wasn't that serious. Or like, oh, you know, I was joking, right? Or, oh, I'm so like, I'm sorry. I don't, like, it's not even I don't even want to say like sorry, because I feel like, again, it wasn't even an apology. It just feels like it was brushed off or not even spoken about. Is because you maybe for a second could have been like, no, like, I know that was wrong. Like, so yeah, I think right now you guys are in a season of not just being in your head and by yourself. I don't feel this is like introspective. This is more of like you're living your external life, but you're doing things comfortably by yourself or outside of this relationship. This doesn't mean that you're like a loner, which you could be, but you could also be someone, maybe you have a large group of friends or you're very social, but it's like you're independent from this person, right? Like you've detached from this person. So maybe in the past you guys had a codependent relationship or some type of trauma bond or some type of bond that was it was tight, right? But this over time, it's like you had to split, you had to put that boundary in place, because at the end of the day, they were consuming you, it was being taken over. So I'm gonna leave it here. I feel like I said what it needed to be said. So we're gonna end it there. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day, evening, wherever you're at. Stay healthy, hydrated, and blessed. And I'll see you guys next time. I hope you're treated as you treat others. Bye.